Tonight, we're gonna have some fun. The title of tonight's training is How to Get Started Right with Teamzy and Become a Hashtag Power Hour Boss. How many of you guys would like to be a Power Hour Boss? Tonight, I will show you how you can get all your income producing activities done in less than an hour a day with Teamzy. You're gonna absolutely love it. We are going to, first I'll take you through just a quick little introduction. Then I'll take you right into Teamzy. We'll get it set up. I'll show you the best workflows for a power hour, how to easily connect with 20 people in less than 30 minutes, and then how to do your follow-ups like a pro all the way. I'll take you from starting the conversation all the way through onboarding a new person onto your team. Okay, it's gonna be fun. So bear with me. Make sure you have something to take notes because I am going to give you guys a lot of information. It may feel like you are drinking water from a fire hose at points, but I wanna make sure you get lots of value tonight. Okay, so let's see here. All right. So get started right with Teamzy, become a power hour boss. A little bit of my backstory for those of you who don't know me. Oh, look, there's a picture of my car right there that almost made me miss the call tonight. My background is in training, coaching, consulting. I've been helping people build their business for 15 years. This is what I do. This is my passion. I fell into network marketing by accident, just found some products that really helped me, changed my life really. And then I realized what a great business it is, what an amazing opportunity network marketing is. So I went looking for tools. As somebody working the business myself and as a professional business coach, I knew exactly what I needed to do to build my business. I needed to leverage my time. I only had an hour a day to work on the business. I needed to leverage that time to be efficient so that I could get all my connections done. I could create a lot of conversations and opportunities and get all my follow-ups done in that time, right? I know you guys feel that pressure with time. And so I went looking for tools that I imagined must exist. There's 35 million people doing network marketing, but there just wasn't anything out there. I mean, nothing good, nothing that wasn't too complicated for me to figure out, or that wasn't based on this kind of transactional approach to the business, you know, that find them, fleece them, forget them kind of approach. See, my approach is all about relationships and getting to know people and offering value. So anyways, long story short, I was looking for something that in 1 hour a day would let me do these few things. I wanted a way to stay in touch with all of my contacts, everybody I know, right? Because I know that your fortune is actually your network. Also, I wanted to know when I should contact them and when not to contact them. What do I mean by this? I don't have time to think and plan this list every day. Just tell me, who do I talk to today? Also, I wanted to know what to say, because if you're anything like me, I would stare at the screen and try to think of, you know, what's the perfect thing to say? Oh my gosh, get stuck in that analysis paralysis place where I don't end up messaging very many people because I'm spending too much time trying to figure out what to say to them. And I needed a system to follow up seamlessly so that nobody would ever fall through the cracks. And if you've had people fall through the cracks, which if you're human, you have, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's emotionally taxing to work so hard on a lead and then see them fall through the cracks or to sign up with somebody else. So I was looking for a system that would let me do all this in an hour a day, and it had to be easy enough that I could use it. See, I'm really not good with technology. People think because I'm the Teamzy guy that I'm gonna be great with technology. The truth is I don't understand how it works. I just wanted to make my life easier. Does that make sense? So I did not find anything out there in the world, so we built it. And that's why Teamzy exists, and that's why I'm here tonight talking to you. Because I needed it and I saw the need for it when we created it. Now, here's some cool things. In just a little more than 2 years with Teamzy, we've had more than 70,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is humbling and kind of amazing, really. I mean, we're just like the little engine that could. We just threw it up there on the internet, and people found it, and it just started spreading. And you're here because somebody you know told you about it, right? Our active users right now are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, active users in Teamzy are averaging 21 customers, 9 recruits over 90 days. That's their average performance. I'm gonna show you tonight in my demo exactly what the amount of activity that these folks are doing to get these numbers. Okay, so if you do what I demonstrate tonight, then you will be considered an active user, and hopefully you'll get this. This will be your average. Hopefully you'll be better than average. Okay. All right, well, let's jump out and show you Teamzy. Enough intro. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, so you're looking at my Teamzy dashboard right now. Now, we've got over 60 versions of Teamzy customized to specific networks. We've also got a version that works for anybody, and that's called Teamzy Standard. That's what I'm using. So if you see some slight variances from your dashboard to mine, that's why, because you're probably on a custom version and I'm on the generic version. No big deal. But just it all functions the same way. It's just the nomenclature that changes, okay? So I'm going to be demonstrating from the generic one so that everybody kind of is on the same page. Now, for those of you who aren't already using Teamzy, the first thing you need to know is that you can get a free trial for Teamzy at teamzy.com. Free. No credit card required, nothing weird. Go get your free trial. I want you to use it for 30 days, full access, so that you know that you love it before you purchase, before you buy your subscription. Does that make sense? And a lot of people will do like a 7-day, whatever. I want you to get a full month. Why is it so important to me that you get a full month free? Because I honestly believe that if you use this for a month, you will generate plenty of income. You'll never question the investment for your business of keeping Teamzy. Okay, so go ahead and get signed up for your free trial at teamzy.com. For those of you who are already in a free trial, tonight I'm going to show you how to get the most out of that free trial. Okay, great. So the first thing that you'll do when you sign up for your trial is you'll be dropped into a setup wizard that helps you set up Teamzy. Okay, I've already dismissed it, but you can get it back anytime from settings right here. So I'll just take you through this really quick. And if you've already gone through Setup Wizard, bear with me. Maybe I'll show you some things you might have missed the first time through. Okay. You can skip these ones just to get us to where we want to go. Okay, great. So what we'll do are 3 things. We're going to set an income goal. Number 1, Teamzy's going to take your income goal, tell you what to do daily to hit your income goal. Pretty cool. Then number 2, we're going to help you create a powerful why. And I'll explain why that's so important in a moment. And number 3, we're going to get all your contacts into Teamzy. One place, one list, super organized. So you're not out chasing pads of paper, notebooks, or spreadsheets you never update, or sticky note piles, whatever it is that you're doing right now, trying to keep track of your list. It'll all be in one place, organized. Make sense? All right, let's get started. Step 1, set your income goal. This is the annual goal you'd like to be making a year from now, okay? So what is your number? I put $150,000 in the box for myself. This is your 12-month income goal for 12 months in the future, if that makes sense. For those of you who are leaders and are already making significant income in your business, just put in the difference, the growth number, the amount that you'll grow it, okay? All right, so I put in 150,000. I'm going to hit continue. The next page now has calculated how many connects I'm going to need to do over the next year, which is 4,348. So Teamzy's telling me that if I want to get to that income level in 12 months, I need to connect with 4,348 people. It's a lot of people, right? Now, here's the great thing about something big like that. If you break it into bite-sized chunks, it's something that you can easily take care of. I mean, look at this breakdown. On the next page, it breaks it down for me. First, it splits it into 3 groups: prospects, customers, distributors. Then it goes all the way down to daily split. Now, to hit my big number, all I need to do is connect with 9 prospects each day, 6 customers each day, and 4 distributors on my team each day. That's 19 people a day, okay? And what's amazing about this number, by the way, everyone, is this is a 250-day year, which means that I get to take weekends off and have a vacation with my family in there, okay? But it's about being consistent, and that consistent activity daily gets me to that huge number by the end of the year. Pretty cool, right? Now, just to clarify, when I say connect with prospects, connect with customers, connect with the distributors, all I mean by connect is I am not cold inviting them or trying to sell them or sending them some cheesy link to watch a video about my business. I am literally just connecting to say hello, and my goal is just to make their day. I call it the Make Someone's Day mindset. Okay? That's actually one of our hashtags, hashtag Make Someone's Day mindset. That's my goal. When I connect, it's just to make someone's day. Why? Because I want to have a conversation with them. And I believe that cold invites shut down conversations, whereas Make Someone's Day mindset starts a conversation. Make sense? Now, the next goal here is invites. As you can see, my goal is 3 here. An invite is when I am inviting somebody to learn about the business. I'm inviting them to a 3-way call, a consultation, a coffee. I'm inviting them to an online event or a physical event, or I'm inviting them to try a product or try a sample or come to a product party. That's an invite. An invite is something that can result in a sale when I follow up properly. Okay, so I'm connecting with 19 people in this example, and out of those conversations that I'm starting, I'm hoping that I will have 3 opportunities to invite people to the business. With me? Okay, the last goal here, daily ads. This is just new people that you're adding to your list every day. Whether they're people you know, people you're meeting on Facebook or Instagram, or the people you're meeting in real life, you're putting them in Teamzy. Every day you've got a goal to put new people on your list, okay? I want you to know one thing before we move on. You can edit these numbers. They're a suggestion. Let's say you're new and you have no distributors. Just make that a 0 and put the 4 over here on prospects. Okay, are you with me? You can change these however you want. Now, once you get them the way you want them, and you click on this blue continue button, now it will configure, and I'll show you real quick. Now it will configure those goals for you on your dashboard. So each one of you will have a customized dashboard based on your goals. So you can see there's my goal of 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors right there, right? You can also change these at any time by clicking on Edit Daily Goals. It takes you right back to that page in the Setup Wizard. Okay? All right, cool. So let's go to the next step. Finding your why. Finding your why. My heart's still beating so fast, you guys, because literally at 5:25 my time, I was still 2 miles away waiting for a train, thinking, how am I going to possibly get home in time to do this webinar? So I'm like, here we are. We're jamming in here. I'm glad it all worked out. Okay, finding your why next. Finding your why. I go back and forth with my partners all the time in this. They say you should take that part out of the Setup Wizard. It slows people down. But here's what I want you guys to understand. I feel like this is so important. I've kept this in here because I know this is essential for you to be successful in this business. You know that 1 out of 2 people quit this business their first year? That's a lot of people. I mean, if you think of the statistic that 35 million people are doing network marketing, that means that it's like 20 million a year that are quitting. Right? Isn't that crazy? It's too many. And the reason why people quit is not because the opportunity is not amazing. It's just because people quit. We all quit. We're all quitters. The only time that we actually succeed at things, we persist, is when we have a good reason to. We have to have a real strong motivation. Does that make sense? Now, I know you've heard other people say you've got to find your why. You've got to get to your why. You have to know your why. But so many people feel like this is one of those things that takes some sort of weird spiritual quest, right? Like you got to go to Sedona and get in a sweat lodge or something to find your why. Honestly, it's really not that complicated because you already know it. It's in your heart. In your heart, you know what your why is. We just need a little exercise to pull it out and put it in front of your face. It's got to be in front of your face because we have to get it into your brain. Your brain runs the show, not your heart. You know, we always say follow your heart, and it's such a nice concept, but you can't follow your heart because your brain doesn't listen to it. Your brain does what it needs to do. This is why you've found yourself in your driveway and wondered how the heck you got home. You don't remember driving home because your brain goes on autopilot and runs your life. We just need to get your why out so that we can help it reprogram your brain so that you're going in the right direction. Does this make sense? Otherwise, I guarantee you'll quit the business if you don't have a good reason. So look, I'm going to take you through the process. We've boiled this down, simplified it to just 5 questions that you ask yourself just to get your mind noodling on this. And I'm going to share my story as an example just to kind of lead you through the process. Let's just do this together really quickly. The first question is, why did you become a distributor? Why did you join your business? Why did you join your business? Now, in my example, in my case, you know, I was a Beachbody coach, for those of you who don't know my story. And I lost 60 pounds using their products. And that was pretty life-changing for me. In fact, people were constantly saying, Eric, wow, you look so healthy. What are you doing? And I would tell them, oh, I did this Beachbody program thing. It was great. And that went on for about 6 months. My wife said, honey, go be a distributor. For crying out loud. You're telling people to use it anyways. So I did. That's why I signed up. I signed up only because I figured I'm already referring the product. I might as well get paid sometimes for it. Some of you joined for the same reason. It wasn't a deep reason, but it was my reason. Next question. What do you hope to accomplish? What do you hope to accomplish? I just wanted to make $500 a month extra money. That's all I wanted. $500 a month extra money. Anybody relate to that goal? Especially this time of year, right? That's all. I just wanted to make $500 a month extra money. Next question. Why is that important to you? Why is that important to you? I wanted to save it. I wanted $500 a month so I could put it in the bank. And just to give you guys some context, I mentioned at the beginning of our call that my background is in coaching and business coaching and consulting. Well, I worked a lot with real estate people. That was what I specialized in. The company I worked for, that's what we did. We coached real estate people. Well, when the Great Recession hit at the end of 2008, that business disappeared. I mean, it disappeared. I lost my job along with everybody I know. Some of you did too, right? In the recession, it was scary. It was a scary time. And, I'm grateful. By God's good grace, we made it. My family and I, we made it through the recession intact. But it was scary. And we used our savings up, and we went to living paycheck to paycheck like most of the country. And at the time when I was looking at the network marketing opportunity, it had been almost 7 years since I had saved a penny in my savings account. So the idea of $500 a month going into the bank was very exciting. All right, next question. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? Well, what I really wanted to do with the money was buy a new house for my family. We'd outgrown our home. We were on top of each other, literally on top of each other. My wife and I have 4 kids. We didn't when we started. That's how it works, right? And we were just on top of each other. We had nowhere to go. There was no privacy. I wanted to come home and build a business from home, and there was nowhere to work. And yet we were upside down on our mortgage. I had no idea how we would ever buy a new home. But I thought if I could start saving $500 a month, maybe over time, we'd be able to get our own home. Now, see, just so you guys understand this process, 5 minutes in, I've gone from, I guess I'll sign up, to thinking about maybe buying a new home with my business. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? Next question. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? And this one, I struggled a little bit with this question because I wasn't sure if buying a home was a very meaningful goal, or was it just kind of a materialistic goal? I don't know. You guys tell me. Let me know in the comments what you think. But here's the realization I came to, and this is the point of going through this exercise, is as you really think about this, you will be confronted with what really matters, which most of us are suppressing. Why do we suppress it? Because we're stuck in survival mode. Right now, we're focused on survival. And in my situation, I was just focused on providing for my family, taking care of my family. The recession put a strong fear and worry in my heart about money, because everything that I had worked for years had been taken away in an instant. And it was out of my control. It was very scary. Some of you experienced that. Some of you are still holding on to that emotion because you went through that. I realized something looking at this. It wasn't that I needed a new home. It was that the home was symbolic of family. And what was wrong was my family. In so much that I was not present for them. I wasn't part of their life. I was somebody that would get up in the morning, kiss my kids goodbye as I went to work. They were still in their pajamas, right? They hadn't even gotten dressed yet when I left. I'd go to work, and I was really good at my job. I was really proud of what a good job I did. I got paid good money, not enough that I could actually save some, but I got paid good money. And then I would come home in the evening, and I tuck my kids in. They're already in their pajamas again for bed. I realized looking at this that I was going to miss their childhood completely. Yeah, they would have a roof over their head and I would have provided for them, but I wasn't going to be part of their life growing up. I was too busy working. And then my marriage, there's another thing. 30 minutes a night with my spouse was not going to cut it. I really wanted something different. I wanted to be active in my kids' life. I wanted to be an active husband, help my wife out. And I wanted to have my own business where I wasn't worried about getting laid off for some random downturn in the economy, right? And so going through this process, I created my first why statement. And I'm going to share it with you guys tonight. In fact, it's the sample text in Teamzy. When you go into this section, you'll see my actual why statement as your example, just to kind of get things going for you. But I want to share with you what's amazing about this is this why I wrote this why just over 3 years ago. This isn't ancient history. This is recent history that I'm sharing with you. But this was my why. My why, to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. Okay, so I created this why statement, and what you'll do is you'll write this in the final box on this page. Now, the other boxes are just notes for yourself, but what you put in this box where it says my why, when you click continue, it will actually publish that to the dashboard of Teamzy. Let me go there and show you. So there it is right there, my why, so that you can read it every day. You can update it by just clicking on that again, okay? Now, I just want you guys to understand what happens when you write your why, and this is why it's so crucial, is once you understand what really matters, it convicts you. It convicts you, and you start realizing that, okay, now that I'm using Teamzy, I can do my power hour like in 30 minutes, right? And that 30 minutes a day is going to get me to the realization of my why. But there's still going to be days where you don't feel like doing it, true? There might even be days where something actually happens. Like the water pump died in my car today. And that's minor. As somebody, the tornado tore off the roof. We just lost entire community here in California to wildfires. Who knows what's going on in your life? But it might just be a day that you're bored and don't feel like connecting with people, or you're tired. Whatever the case may be, the why convicts you, because now I got to decide, do I want to just blow off my power hour today and stay stuck in my current life? Or do I want to suck it up for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, go do my Teamzy Connects and move in the direction of my why? Having that understanding, that clear understanding of what you want in your life and why it's important it just changes everything. For me, within 3 months of writing that down, I left my corporate job. The first thing that happened was I had a realization that I wasn't going to make it on my corporate job. I'd already grown to the top of my career. There was nowhere else for me to grow. And what I was considering my side hustle, the network marketing business, the sky was the limit. And so I started thinking of my career job as my extra money, and I started thinking of my side hustle as my business. Make sense? And I thought, these people will pay me a salary so I can build my business. That's great. That's a good arrangement. For those of you who have a full-time job or a part-time job, think of it that way. Don't think of your business as your side hustle. Think of your job as your side hustle until you can get your business going, right? Within 3 months of writing that why, I left my job and I bought, I came home to work on my business. So some of you guys know this about me, that I had nowhere to, well, I mentioned before, I had nowhere to work. I didn't have anywhere to work. I couldn't even work on the kitchen table. I mean, we were just everywhere. And I want to show you guys, hold on, let me see if I have a picture of this. Let me just look really quick. See if I can find this really quick, this picture. So for what I did was I went, I just had a little bit of money in the bank, not a lot. I went and I bought a new computer because I needed that to do my business. And I went to Home Depot and I bought a shed. Okay, I bought a shed. You know the kind you put your lawnmower in? I bought one of those sheds. I put it in my backyard. I drilled a hole in the wall. I ran an extension cord into it. And I started building my business out in the shed. It was freezing cold in the winter and blazing hot in the summer. But I made it happen. And here I am, 3 years later, telling you guys the story. I was trying to find a picture of this thing. Give me 1 second. I got to show you this because it's really cool. I know another place where I can find it quickly. I just found this the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Here we go. Here we go. Let's open this one up. Let's see if I can share that now that I found it. Here we go. Look at this. Here's a shot of my partner, Mike Lopez, and I in my shoffice. Okay? My shoffice. I would be on a call like this and have a spider drop on my head out of nowhere and freak me out. I mean, this was my point is, guys, get the why. Don't skip the why. Don't let your team skip the why. You need this. You need this conviction, and share it with your spouse. Share it with your team. Share it with your sidelines, brothers and sisters. Get as much accountability as you can on this why so that you don't give up. Okay, so that you don't quit. Maybe you'll get a shed. I don't know. I should tell Home Depot that they should make me an honorary salesperson. I probably sold a few doing this presentation. All right, let's get back to Teamzy and finish our setup, and then we'll do our power hour. Let's see, where'd it go? Too many pages open. Here we go. So we're doing our why. Great, we're gonna keep going. We did this, we got our why. Next. Last step is we're gonna get your contacts into Teamzy. Okay. If you've already been doing the business for a while and you have a team, you're going to go to your back office and get your team imported first. There's some videos here on this page to help you, and there's many more videos on our Help Center page. Okay, these are just the few like basic ones. The next thing after you get your team in is you'll get your customer list imported. Then you're going to import your Facebook friends list, which is pretty cool. You can get them all in one place organized. No more, chicken pecking through your list, trying to figure out on Facebook, trying to figure out who to message. It'll all be organized in Teamzy, okay? And anywhere else you have contacts, you get them all into Teamzy. One unified list, okay? Because what's so cool about this is after you've got these things imported, I'm going to skip that for now. What you're going to do is you are going to take this list and now you're going to prioritize those relationships. So I've jumped over to the team page now. It's in the left navigation. The team page is like your electronic Rolodex. This is where the whole list lives, everybody. Everybody you imported, all those lists are here. And after you do your import, it's going to ask you to rank them. Okay, you can turn on rank mode anytime from here, this little menu, rank mode. What we're going to do in rank mode is we're going to go down and we're going to assign people a rank. 5 stars is awesome, 1 star not so awesome, just like you would rate a movie or a Netflix or something on Amazon, right? Or Yelp or whatever. You guys know how this works. 5 stars are going to be your best relationships, your best prospects, your best team members. Your mom hopefully is a 5-star. 1 stars are going to be your coldest relationships. And why we do this is because you need to prioritize relationships if you want to prioritize time. Okay, write that down. I need to prioritize relationships if I want to prioritize time. If you don't, the people that deserve it the least will steal your time. Now, the other principle is this: 80% of your business will come from 20% of your relationships. So you should be speaking more often with your best people. You should be speaking more often with your best people. So how does this work? We're going to go down this list. Now, everybody will be 3 stars as default. And your job is really just to look for your 4 and 5 stars to get started. Okay? And you just do it by your gut. Oh, I like it, Don. Let me make him a 4-star. Okay? Your best people, you might have a dozen or 20 5-star people, maybe. Those are your really close relationships or your really hot prospects. So let me give you my definitions. A 5-star is somebody most likely to become a customer or a distributor, or they're an existing customer distributor that's a rock star, or they're your best friends or your closest family. 5-star people will show up on your list every 30 days. Every 30 days, you're going to connect. Just connect. Hey, how's it going? What have you been up to? Just staying in touch. 4-star people is somebody likely to become a customer or distributor with some nurturing, right? Or they're your friends, your family, your solid performers on your team. They're 4 stars. They show up every 60 days. So they're coming up often, but not as often as a 5-star. 3 stars could go either way, which is why everyone defaults to 3 stars. A 3-star shows up every 90 days on your list, every 90 days. Okay. So even though most of your list will be 3 stars, you're still going to connect with them at least 4 times a year if you work in Teamzy. Make sense? 2 stars are getting colder. They show up every 120 days. So you guys see how this works? More stars more often, less stars less often. Okay. So once you've gone through your list and done the ranking, again, you don't have to rank everybody. Everyone's already a 3. You really want to get your 4s and 5s picked out. You don't have to save or anything in auto saves. You can go back to the dashboard. Now you're ready to do your power hour. And see, it's going to bring your 5s and 4s up first, which is what you wanted. Okay? It's important. Otherwise, it may take you months to get to your best people if you're just working your Teamzy list. Now, one thing that's very cool about this is once you've set this up one time, you never have to plan. Guys, listen to me. This is the best part. You never have to plan your power hour ever again. You just turn on Teamzy, log in, and you go. Teamzy's going to tell you this person's up next. Message them. That's it. Don't even think about it. Just go. Just trust the system. The system doesn't make mistakes. It's a computer. All you have to do is make the personal connection based on its prompt. Make sense? Okay, let's check it out. Let me show you how this works. Here's the Power Hour module right in the middle. The Power Hour module is set up for me to do my work super efficiently. It's on the left side, it gives me my lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and my follow-ups list. Okay? On the right side is where I log my activity so that I track it as I go. I don't have to go back and track later. I track it as I go. Okay? These lists only show me 5 names at a time to keep me from being overwhelmed, to keep me focused, to keep me from skipping around, right? Because those are all things we do. But let's do the power hour together. You ready? Let me show you how these workflows work. The first half of your power hour is going to be outgoing messages to these 4 lists. Okay? So let me show you how it works. First, we'll start with prospects. First person on my list is Jay. Okay? So now I'm going to message her. Jay's a girl, by the way. We're going to message Jay. This is where you might get stuck and go, what do I say? I have no idea what to say to her, right? And some of you will go down the road of reading her entire Facebook profile and spending an hour doing research, which I would not do. Why? Because Jay might not even respond to me. Then you wasted all that time. Just send her a quick message. Now, here's where I have you covered. I have practiced everything. I've tried everything, and I've refined my messages. I call them connect messages down to 3 that I used all the time that worked amazingly. I put them in Teamzy for you. You can just use them. Okay. Where you find those is you go to scripts right here. See where it says scripts? I click on that. I'm going to message her on Facebook, so I'll grab one from there. And then I'm just going to grab connect number 1. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Okay. If I've already sent her that one in the past, I might use this one. Hi, Jane, it's been a while since I checked in with you. How are you? I hope all is going great. Okay. Don't overthink these. These work amazing. If I've never talked to Jay before and I don't even know how we're Facebook friends, I might use number 3, which is, hi, Jane, I saw you cross my Facebook feed. Thought I'd say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Okay. Don't overthink it. Now look, I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm going to hit copy script. Now it's copied on my clipboard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it in here in Teamzy so that I can edit it. First off, the name is just a sample name. I need to put the right name in. Maybe add an emoticon. So you're going to change this up a little bit just to make it yours. Okay. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Put a smiley face in there. Okay. And I'm going to send her a Facebook message. Now that I've got the message just the way I want it, I'm going to actually send it in Facebook. I need to copy it and paste it in Facebook. Teamzy will not send your Facebook messages for you. Facebook will only let you send it through Facebook, which is no big deal. I've got Facebook open right here in a separate tab. I just toggle over, look up Jay. There she is. And I'll send her the message, which I've already copied into my clipboard. So I just paste it. Look at this. There it is, ready to go, send. And if you're on your phone, you can do it the same way on your phone. Super easy, okay? Great. That one's done. So now I'm going to finish logging it by clicking the big blue log connect button. Done. It's logged. Now notice that Jay's off my list and I've got 1 done, 8 left. Next person is Calvin. I'm going to do the same thing. In fact, I'll use the same message. Why overthink it? Paste it in there and change the name. Okay? And then I'll copy that. I'll go to Facebook. I'll send him the message and then I'll log it again. Simple. Now I've got 2 done, 7 left. Do you see how quickly you could do this? There's no reason why you can't reuse the same message for all 9 or whatever our goal was. After you've been doing Teamzy for 6 months, you may go through your list and now you will use a different connect the next time around. Simple. Okay. So I'm going to keep going down my list until I've hit my goal of outgoing messages for prospects. In this case, it was 9. Now, a little pro tip. Some people will respond immediately. Do not start having a conversation with them yet. Wait until you've sent all your messages for your power hour or else you may never get to them. Okay, just put off that response until you get all your outgoing messages done. So we're going to get our 9 prospect messages done. Bam, 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 down the list. And then when we're done, this whole circle will turn blue, telling us we're completed. Then we'll go to the customer list and we'll start messaging customers. We'll do it exactly the same way. Abram is the first person. We'll go to scripts and we'll get a script for customers. Okay? Here's a simple one. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Okay. So real quick in the chat, just let me know real quick in the chat. Somebody show me what company you're with so that I can customize this message for you. Whoever gives it first, boom. First person up, Kalika. She's from Juice Plus, great. So look how easy this is. Hi, John. How are you enjoying your tower garden? What's the next one's Lavelle. Boom, I'll send that off. Okay, or Lavelle, let's do them. How are you enjoying your Thrive? Right? Have some fun, whatever it is, okay? You get the idea. You put your product in here. Don't overthink it. What's his name? Abran. How are you enjoying? Send me an update. Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. This is a great question to ask customers. Okay, again, send it in Facebook, log it here. Okay. Maybe for Emerson, I'll use a different script. I might use something really simple, and that I love is this one. This is my favorite one ever. Hi, Jane, just checking to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Can you imagine what that's? Send that to your 10 favorite customers tonight and see what their response is. Just change the name, Emerson. Look, I can't even spell it right. Doesn't matter. Hi, Emerson, just checking to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Boom, send it in Facebook, log it here. Do you see how easy this is? Now, real quick on this, I want you guys to know. Someone's asking, do you mean Messenger? Yeah, I do mean Messenger. When you send a message on Facebook, it uses Messenger. Okay, here's what I want you guys to understand. Connecting with customers is just as important as connecting with prospects. I know everyone talks about prospects, and I agree. I think you should prospect every day in Teams and connect with people, start conversations. But your current customers are even better because they've already trusted you enough to buy something. Oh my gosh. By the way, what you might consider an inactive, past, or canceled customer, I still call your current customer. Why? This is somebody who has bought from you. Maybe they haven't bought from you this month. They're still your customer. Treat them like active customers. They will order more. Okay, so here are some statistical truths. If you're in regular contact with customers, they order more. They order more products. If they're on a recurring monthly order, they will retain longer just by you being in touch. You don't need to be in touch like on a specific date and go, well, your shipment goes in 3 days. Do you want to add to it? Or you don't have to do all that. All you have to do is be in touch on a regular basis. Just let Teamzy simplify it for you. When they come up on Teamzy, send them a message. Stay in touch. Be present for them when they need you. They'll order more from you. Okay. The other reason, the main reason to be in touch with customers is this. The best source for a new customer. How many of you guys want some of those new customers? Throw your hand up on the webinar thing. Let me see. How many of you want new customers? If you want new customers, the best place to get them is from a current customer. Okay, so write this down. The best source for a new customer is a current customer. Why is this? What do people do when they love a product? They talk about it, right? Have you ever seen a good movie you didn't tell people about, or gone to a great restaurant you didn't tell people about? They're not paying you. You just did it because you can't help yourself. That's the way we're wired. It's just, we're designed to help others and to be in community. And so when we see something good, we share it. Your people are sharing, your customers are already telling other people about these products. Now, we know that statistically, I think it's 85% of people make buying decisions based on the recommendation of friends or family, which means at least 8 out of 10 people that are being told about your products by your customers are ready to buy. Are you getting introduced to those people? First step is staying in touch with your customers, and then make sure they introduce you. Hey, let them know. Do any of your friends or family, do you have friends or family who you've talked to about this, who are interested, who need more information, who can benefit from this? Is there anyone you can think of that needs this information or that could benefit from this? Just ask them. And when they say, yeah, actually, I was talking to my cousin Sally, you say, great, would you mind, if you wouldn't mind, just introduce us via text message or maybe a Facebook Messenger group message, and I'll get her some more information. Great. Get introduced. First step is staying in touch on a regular basis with your customers so you can build that trust with them. And then ask them, who are you talking to? Who do I need to help? Who can I help for you? Okay, next. The next list is distributors. Distributors. Again, this is why we call this Teamzy. It's about your team. It's about creating family, community with your team. People work hardest when they feel that personal connection. They will stay on your team and persist towards success longer to stay connected to the team than they will even for the financial gain. Okay? So I want you guys to understand you have to stay in touch with your team. And as your team gets big, most people think, well, now it's too hard to stay in touch with my team. I got to just do group stuff on Facebook or whatever. No, not with Teamzy. Teamzy, you can stay on top of it. Even as you have thousands of people, it will help you stay connected. And you just, same thing. There's some scripts in here, but just send them a message. Hey, I was thinking about you today. Do you need anything? Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm so proud of you. You just ranked up, or you just got your first customer, or a great job on whatever. Okay? Teamzy. Prospects, customers, distributors. We've now sent 19 messages. It probably took you, maybe if you're new, maybe 30 minutes. I could probably do it in 15. Fired them off. People are starting to respond, right? So now you're going to have to set aside a little bit of time to actually respond and have conversations with people, which is a good thing. Now you've created all of this momentum, this relationship momentum in your business. You're having conversations with people, not just like, cold inviting a million people and just getting rejected all day. Now you're just having conversations. You're catching up. You're just being a person, right? So the next list is my follow-ups. And when you get there, you'll find that it's empty. Follow-ups are not automatic in Teamzy. You have to set them. But wait, Eric, weren't we just following up? No, we weren't. We were connecting. It's different. I want to retrain how you think of this word follow-up. See, I follow up after I've presented a sale or an offer to somebody or invited them to something. That's when I follow up. And I do that when it's appropriate. So how does this work? So I'm starting all these conversations. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. People are like, oh, thanks, Eric. Great to hear from you. What are you up to? We're just talking and I'm catching up. I'm listening. I'm asking questions. I'm getting to know people. And when they say, well, what about you, Eric? I tell them, oh my gosh, my life is amazing. You know that I haven't had a job in 3 years. Oh my gosh, what have you been doing for 3 years? Oh, I work for myself now. You do? Yeah. What are you doing? This business. It's been amazing. You actually make money at that? Yeah. Right? So I tell them, or I'll tell them, in my case, I sold fitness and nutrition. So I'd say, well, I don't know if I haven't seen you in a while, but I recently lost 60 pounds. You did? How'd you do it? Oh, I did it doing this. And it's changed my life. And now I'm passionate about helping other people do it too. I would just talk about what I'm doing. Not, would you like to join my business or you should try this? Just here's what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. This is what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. This is my life right now. And so many of you feel like you should hide that. Why? If you got a new job, wouldn't you tell people about your new job? It's the same thing. What are you doing and why are you passionate about it? What's exciting about your life right now? Share it. Okay? And as I feel that people are interested, I'll ask the simple question, would you like to learn more about what I'm doing? Are you interested in learning more? Simple question. Are you interested in learning more? And if they're interested, great. Let's invite them to something. If they're not, great. No big deal. Hey, here's what I'll do. If you say, well, I'm not really interested in learning about that right now. Totally cool. But I want you to keep something in mind for me. And whatever it is, the problem you solve. Mine was health and fitness. Hey, if you know anybody who needs help losing weight or getting fit or just getting their health back, I'd be happy to help them. Please connect me so I could give them some information, maybe help them out. Great, no problem. You're planting that seed. Make sense? So I'm talking to Jay. Here's an example. I messaged my friend Jay. We're catching up. We're talking. And she's like, wow, no, I would like to learn more. This is really interesting what you're talking about. I was like, great. Well, you know what? I'm going to invite her to something now. Maybe I'll invite her to a 3-way call. Maybe I'll take her, to lunch. Or let's just say I've got a virtual event scheduled tonight for the team on the team page. Hey, you know what, Jay? We've got a virtual event scheduled tonight. If you'd like to learn more, I can send you the link. You can tune in from home in your pajamas. It'll be perfect. You can have a glass of wine. You can hang out in the dark and just watch and learn. Jill, that sounds great. Perfect. I'll send you the link right now, Jay, and then I'll follow up tomorrow and see if you have any questions. Sound good? She says, great. So now I've talked to Jay. We've had a great conversation. She's intrigued. I've now invited her. Now let me show you how to do that in Teamzy and then how to follow up like a pro. So Jay's no longer on my dashboard, so I'm going to look her up in the lookup bar. That takes me to her record. Okay, here we go. Click on the connect button and see where it says invite. Now, instead of just a connect, I'm going to change that. Let's call it an opportunity call, okay? And this was a Facebook event. Now, I want you to notice something right here. This is your follow-up, okay? Now, I want to make sure I set this for tomorrow because that's when I told her I would follow up. Now, Teamzy, when Teamzy sees that you've toggled invite, it's going to automatically put a follow-up on the list for you so you don't mess that up. If you're inviting, you should always be following up. But you can customize this to any date you want. Okay, there's a few like shortcuts, but you can also hit custom date and you can set it for any date you want. Okay. So I'm setting that follow-up for tomorrow. Now watch what happens when I log this connect. So I just put a note that it's a Facebook invite. I'm sending her it via message, the link, and log it. So now that follow-up is on Jay's record. I'll go to my dashboard and you'll see now she's on my follow-ups list. And I've got an invite logged on my dashboard. So now I'm following up. So when tomorrow rolls around, see it says it's due tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll say it's due today and it'll be red. It'll tell me, boom, go, follow up with her. And what I'll do is I'll do my prospects for my power hour. I'll connect with my 9, my 6 customers, my 4 distributors, and then I'll go to work my follow-ups list. Whoever's here now I'm gonna follow up with. So Jay will be due, and what I'll do is I'll go to scripts just like regular. This time I'm gonna grab a follow-up script. Look, follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? I love this follow-up script, by the way. It's so powerful. There's so much psychology in there. Some of you, I'm sure on this call, there's enough people here, somebody's got a psychology background. You can see all the things that are loaded into this. But one thing I will say, one little tip is I always tell people I will follow up. I always tell people I will follow up. Then when I do, I always let them know I'm keeping my promise. It's just huge to let them know that you're that kind of person. You make and keep promises. Look, so there's the script. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before with Jay. I'm gonna paste it in here, make sure the name is correct. Okay, get it just the way I want it. Then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna send it to her on Facebook. So now I'm sending her my follow-up. There she is, she's right there. I look her up, send the message. Okay, hi Jay, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Send, boom. Easy, but now I've sent a follow-up. So I'm gonna log this follow-up. Now, here's the thing I want you to do. When you log a follow-up, see, when you log a connect, you don't need to set a follow-up because they're just gonna come up automatically in 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, or 6 months, whatever, you know, they're just gonna come up again. When you invite somebody, you put them on your follow-ups list because you need to follow up like a pro now because they've shown interest. So I'm gonna set a new follow-up. Every time I complete a follow-up, I set a new one. Let's say I'm gonna follow up in 2 days now, okay? So when I log this, you can see now she's on my follow-up list again. So in 2 days, when I see that she's due, I'm gonna come back in here and I'm gonna go to scripts and I'm gonna get follow-up number 2. Do you see how easy this is? So easy, and I'll send her that follow-up. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep following up with her. I'm gonna keep her on my list. And here's what I want you guys to do. You keep them on your list until they convert. Might be months. Keep them on that follow-ups list. Keep following up. Now, let me just talk to you for a second. You guys know the fortunes in the follow-up, right? How many of you heard the statistic that 80% of all sales happen between number 7 and number 10 on the follow-ups, the 7th and 10th follow-up? Have you guys heard that before? Okay, let me just see, put your little hands up on the thing. How many of you follow up 10 times when you've invited somebody to something? Anyone? How many of you would not do that because you feel like you're a totally annoying pest? I see a couple hands going up. Okay, well, here's the good news. First off, I want to change your perspective on following up, but I'm going to teach you how to do it without being annoying. Okay, so I take that off the table. I will teach you how to do it in such a way people will thank you for it and teach you that in 1 minute. First, I want you to change your perspective. Let me just see real quick. How many of you really believe in your product? You feel like it can really help people? Great, just about everybody. What about, how many of you, beyond helping people, making some money for yourself, how many of you really have a passion for changing lives? Like you think you can really change lives through this business? Yeah, good. So you're in the right place. You're the right kind of people. Because the way I teach, it's all about love. It's about loving on people. And love is not something you feel. Love is something you do. Love is an action you take. You agree? So if you want to love people in this business, the first thing you have to do is help them make that initial purchase so that you can get to help, they can get the benefit of the product. And they won't do it until they've been followed up statistically, until they've been followed up 7 to 10 times. So I want you to understand that the only way you can love people in this business is by following up with them. That's why I always say following up is an act of love. Write that down. Following up is an act of love. Keep it somewhere where you can see it. Following up is an act of love. Change your thinking on that. And by not following up, let's say you follow up 3 or 4 times and they don't respond, you get nothing back but crickets. Has that happened? Yeah. By the way, it should happen. That should be what happens with most people. That's just the way it is. And then you think they're not interested, you stop following up. What they think is you don't care about them. That's what you've sent them. That's the message you send them is I don't care about you. So following up is an act of love. Now, pay attention. For those of you who want to know how to follow up without ever being annoying, if you want to learn the system, I'll teach you the rules. There's 2 rules. But just understand that I put 10 follow-ups in Teamzy for you, numbered 1 through 10. All you have to do is send those in order, and you follow my system, and people will love it. Okay, you don't even have to understand why. But for those of you who want to know why, here are the 2 rules for never being annoying when you follow up. And then we'll take some questions. If you have questions, there's a little Q&A button. Start putting questions in there, and I'll start taking questions from you guys. Number 1, when you follow up, never ask them to do anything. Don't give them any homework. Don't ask them to do anything. Don't ask them, don't say, call me back or text me back or message me back or RSVP for my event or complete your perk. Don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. Okay? That's the first thing to do. If you don't do that, then if you do that, you'll be annoying. Number 2, your follow-up needs to be short and it needs to be written. They need to see it. It can't be voice, it can't be video. They need to see it. They need to be able to read it, scan it with their eyeballs. So Facebook Messenger, text message, those are perfect. And it has to be short enough that they can read the whole message without opening it. Now, if you go look at my follow-ups, they're 1 to 2 sentences, very short, so that they will fit on the lock screen notification on a phone. This is important. Think about it. You're busy. Doesn't it feel like you're always busy these days? You're busy. Message comes through at the most inopportune moment ever. It always is. And you see it come through. Boom. Now, you're going to look at it because that's what we do. We constantly look at it. You're going to look at it. And if you can read the whole thing right now, it's great. I'll respond later when I have time, but I got the message. Now, if it has a ... continuation, you're like, shoot, now in order to read this, I have to open it. Why do I not want to do that? Because I don't want to answer it. And once I open it and acknowledge that I've seen it, now I feel obligated to actually respond and I feel like a jerk. We don't want to put them in that situation. Your follow-ups need to be nothing but positive rays of sunshine for people. So don't ask them to do anything. Keep it short and sweet. Here's what I will tell you. Every time those messages come in, if you do it right, they look at it and they reconnect to the hope. I don't know what my accent changed there. Hope and excitement of when they spoke to you the first time about the business or they learned about the business. They'll reconnect for a split second to that hope. Then their life will get in the way. The dog's throwing up on the baby. I can't answer right now. It's dinner time. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Or I'm driving. Why am I even looking at this right now? They won't respond right now, but they saw it. So you get the win. You fulfilled your promise. You followed up like you said you would. You were present like you said you would. You cared and loved them like you said you would. And what happens is this happens every couple of days or whatever, you're following up and they're seeing your messages. They're feeling that emotional connection to you, even though they're not responding. You think they're not paying attention, but they are. The vast majority of people will not even respond to the first 5 messages, but they are seeing them. Okay, just keep doing. So you do your power hour, boom, message your outgoing messages, then send your follow-ups. Keep them on your follow-up list. Set the next follow-up. Send the next follow-up. It doesn't matter if they didn't respond to the last follow-up. Send the next follow-up when it's due. Hey, I'm here for you. I'm here like I said I would be. I'm here to support you. I'm excited for the goals you set. I'm here for you. Following up, following up, following up. Okay, follow up like a pro, and you will be amazed how many people convert. Now, let me just go through this one last time. We'll show you how to finish them off in Teamzy, and then I'll start answering those questions you guys are putting in the Q&A. So let's say 2 months have gone by. I've been following up with Jay every, several days. I've been keeping track of her, and then I go into back office and I see she has not only purchased, but she came in as a distributor. Perfect. So I'm going to look her up in the lookup bar to her record, and then I'm going to log the sale by clicking on sale. Right? I'm going to put distributor kit. This drop-down menu will be different based on what network you're in. This is the generic one, but I just want it to know that it's Teamzy to know that I got a sale. This is for my business planning statistics. We didn't get into that tonight, but it's on the business page. It's an important part once you get into this. And then you can add tags. You can see I've already tagged some of the big products. Okay? Tag the product that they bought, that they're using, so that you know. And then what I'll do is see where it says member type. She's a prospect. I'm just going to click on distributor. That moves her to my team, personally sponsored. Boom. So now I've taken somebody from that initial connect. We've had a great conversation. I've invited her to something. And then I followed up. She converted. I moved her to my team. So every single day you come in, you log into Teamzy. It tells you who's up next. Whatever your goal is based on your income, connect with that many prospects, connect with that many customers, connect with that many distributors. As you're having conversations and you uncover interest, invite people to something and then put them on your follow-ups list. So the second half of your power hour is working your follow-ups list. That's it. That is simple. Could it be any more simple than that? That is how you do it, guys. That is how people are getting 21 customers and 9 recruits every 90 days. They're just working the system. 30, 40 minutes a day. Just work the system, work the system, work the system. Make people's day, bring some sunshine into people's lives, share what you're doing and why you're passionate about it, and watch those opportunities come in. Okay, if you have questions, I know it was a lot. I know I just like blitzed you guys, but if you have questions, put them in the Q&A and we'll take a few. If it was that good and there's no questions, great. Don't put them in the chat though, put them in the Q&A. Mark says, I'm in my 50s and just starting to use Messenger. Is it strange for someone my age to be initiating touches through Messenger? I don't think so, Mark. In fact, Facebook Messenger is now the #1 communication tool being used in the world. There's over 1 billion people using it. It has the highest response rate of anything. And people in their 50s are on Facebook. So they may be feeling like they're just getting into it too, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool way to communicate. And you'll find that people will respond. So I would say don't overthink it. Just go for it, okay? I bet there's a lot of people on this call in their 50s that are cranking in Facebook. Was that it? Was that my only question? You guys are easy. Are you still with Beachbody? Ramona asks. No, I am not. I am not still with Beachbody. Though I still love their products. But I had to, in order to not have any conflict of interest, I don't represent any networks now. I just help all you guys. Tammy says, when I imported my back office and only brought my current customers, how do I get my old customers to import? Okay, so Tammy, it'll bring in whatever you bring over, it will import. So it must be that those didn't export from your back office. If you have any trouble with your imports, what I want you to do is just attach that to an email and send it to support@teamzy.com, and my team will help you. Okay. Kaya says, how do I adjust the number of distributors from the original number of 3? So if you want to adjust, I think what you mean is your daily goals. So what you do is you go to Teamzy, where is it? Click on edit daily goals right here, right at the top right. That jumps you back into this part of the setup wizard. Continue past your income goal, continue to the breakdown page, and then you can change this number. Let's say it's 4 and you want it to be 2, you just change it. And then when you click continue, it saves it. You can skip the wizard from there. And then you'll see now the goal is 2. Cool? Great. Janet says, I have several lists of names to import, but some names are on several. I'm not sure what that cust is, but I think that was mistyped. It doesn't matter. Will the system catch duplicates? The answer is yes. The system will look for names that are identical or email addresses that are identical. If it sees a duplicate, it won't import it again. Okay? So it'll only import it one time. There will be, you might get a few duplicates, Janet, because they use their maiden name on Facebook and they didn't use that in back office or something, but you can merge those. So when you do have a few duplicates, you have a couple options. I'm going to go to the team page. One is you can delete one just by clicking on the trash can. That's super easy, right? But you can also, if you have some duplicates, you can go to our merge tool, which is right here. See this little menu right here next to import? Click on that. Hold on a second. My computer is, let me reload this page. Computer didn't want to work for me. Here we go. So we're going to click on merge contacts, and there's a little tool where you can combine those 2 contacts if you have a couple. Okay? Pretty cool. All right, real quick, let me show you a couple things to help you guys. Again, there's a help center on Teamzy that has just about every FAQ you can come up with already answered for you. And that's right over here on the left side where it says help center. You'll find training videos, FAQs, different things, tutorials, everything in here, okay? Also, if you want a person to help you, just click on help, send us a message, the team will help you. Sound good? Now there's another cool area in Teamzy that I want to show you real quick before I bless you and send you on your way. That's Teamzy University. Now, Mine and my business partner, one of my business partner, Mike, we're both consultants and coaches by trade. And so we realized that there was a lot of training beyond having a great system to use. People just needed to know how to build a business and things. So we started creating these training courses to help you guys. So when you come in here, I want you to see this first training series, the Ultimate Mindset, is free for you to use. And I want you guys to take advantage of these goals, of these trainings. There's a 3-part setting goals series, which is really good. Okay. And there's 3 parts here. So you've got your big goals, your BHAGs, there's one for your SMART goals and one for your daily goals. Okay. Take that course. It's free. There's also a great course here on uncovering your why. We go a little deeper into what I taught you tonight in relationship marketing. So those are free. There's also some great trainings that you can purchase if you want to go deeper into some of the concepts. But just know that everything you need to be successful in Teamzy is free in the Help Center. These courses are more about being a business person and building your business, but they're there for you too. I hope that was really helpful for you guys. I know I came in here and fire hosed you with a lot of information, but I appreciate you spending some time with me tonight. We're excited that you are joining our Teamzy family. Please get in there and get your free trial started. I highly recommend you get a success partner to do the free trial with you, somebody that you can message every day, like a screenshot of your completed dashboard. Keep each other accountable so you can get a lot out of this 30-day trial. Again, thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate it. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.